Going on, Bigfoot World? We're gonna get it going here in a second. What's going on, Bigfoot World? First thing first, guys. For the few of you that's out there, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you guys can hear me, see me. Everything's all good. Hopefully, everybody gets the notifications. It's kind of a short notice, guys. I didn't even think I was gonna go live, but here I am. A little late, but I'm here. I'm here, man. Let's see what's cracking today, guys. Give it a couple minutes. Hopefully, everybody jumps in there. We'll see how it goes, guys. Either way, we're gonna go on. The show will go on. You know me, guys. We can have two, or we can have 5,000. We still gonna have some fun. That's cool. Everybody's coming in slowly but surely. We're getting it going. Let me get everything adjusted. I literally just walked in the door. I had to run, pay rent. Man, shit's. Today was one of them days. Just got off of work from a 12-hour shift. I just can't get right. But here we go. What's going on, Real Change? Lake Geneva's in the house. Farmer Fred. Who else is out there? I'm getting it together. All right, guys. Let's where we start at. We can start on the last two videos. We'll start with them, guys. I see you, Larry. Thanks for thanks for hanging out with us, man. But if you guys seen the pictures from Scott Fry's, man, they was pretty. He did some pretty good work on there. Finally missed my last two. I didn't get a chance to get on there last week, man. I was beat. I was tired. I'm not used to this job yet. I know I keep saying this shit and I keep missing Friday Night Live, but it's for a good reason. Trust me, man. But anyways, these last two videos was at the restricted lands at the cave, man. That them videos was crazy. That trip altogether, like getting up in there. He was at the gifting site. There was one that was back off into the right when, like, if I'm facing the gifting area, he was sitting over to the right up in the bushes. I didn't even notice. I didn't see him until Scott Frost picked him out and zoomed in on him as he was close. And then I get up in there, man, and start walking down through there. When I'm going through there, I leave from like one closing to the next closing hole, all the way down to the. And when I was going from the first close sealed up hole to the second sealed up hole, I was feel I had this feeling like there was somebody around me. There's somebody there. I seen out on that rock where there was kids or somebody up there playing and building a platform going out onto that ledge, which is highly dangerous. I wouldn't never let my kids out on that shit. But I was looking at that, but I still had a feeling like there was people watching me, like someone was there. So there was eyes on me, no matter what. You know what I mean? But I just kept on pushing through, and I was trying to listen because humans, when they're walking through, man, you hear me going through there. I was stomping. I mean, I stomped through there. Our humans, when they're walking through that, the leaves, the crunchy leaves, the twigs, you know, a person coming through there. So if it was a person, you would think somewhere between the 3 miles that I walked through there, they would have messed up. I would have heard that stomping through there. Not once did I really hear it like that. Now here and there, I heard twigs snap and all that. And I finally get down to them, like the main spot, the big hole, and where they filled in at, and I'm sitting down there, man, and it's like something's here. But I know that I was thinking there's people there and they're watching me and they're following me. I had that feeling, but at the same time, I kind of wrote it off because I spent a lot of time in that mind, and I know there's paranormal out this world. I mean, I had some demon tell me I was sick, pulling a structure out of the ground, and that demonic voice, he said, "You're sick." It just so much happened, and I just pushed it off. That it was just that. It was just the paranormal shit messing with me, and I just need to just shrug it off and keep pushing through. So I leave the main hole, right? And I get up in there, and I'm getting ready to head back out of there. I'm going out around to cut back up to get back over onto the other side. And you hear it was a 2155 on part two. You hear that loud ass knock. I mean, he was knocking. I got in the corridor and I'm following that corridor through to where there was structures, leans, arches, all around me. You can actually see the imprints going through there. You know what I mean? So I'm walking through there, one and through that corridor part, and then he knocked up there. At the time, I didn't know what the hell they was knocking for, or what he was trying to do, or why he finally let himself be known. You know what I mean? Because he followed me from the gifting site the whole way, the whole trip, pretty much coming back around. And when I look back around and like following that corridor, I end up running into something I didn't even realize that I was running into. I was 20 feet from a female and a little baby. No one even spotted that off. Dude straight, or the female straight in front of me, 20 feet. All right, I'm walking at 2155 on part two. You guys got to go back and check this shit out. 2150, no, 2155 was the tree knock. I'm walking. I take about a couple more steps, and I'm looking up there, and at 2211, straight ahead of me, you'll see a tree. On the right side of the tree, there's a wet spot. Look behind that tree. You'll see she squatted down 20 feet in front of me with a littler one right beside her, and she's looking at me. And you can see this, and I didn't even notice it, and it was 20 feet right there in front of me. I was editing this camera, like the footage, and I'm watching. It's like, what the hell is that? So I go back and I watched it like 20 times, zoomed in, slow mo, 20. It's crazy. I never in a million years thought I was that close to. That's why they stopped me. That's why it knocked. It didn't want me to take another step forward. It was trying to get me to go back up and follow that knock. And I end up making a right down over the hill anyways. I didn't even go for it anymore. I'm losing my voice already. We're 15 minutes into it. That's crazy. But that was great footage, man. That was a great experience right there. To catch that, and I didn't even see them. They blended so well in there, but they was out in the open. That's why there's a couple trees that's breaking up their figure. The the shoulders, the arms, you can see her knees come out, sticking out. I mean, she squatted down watching me. I think if I would have took a couple more steps toward her, she probably would have jumped on me because she had the baby like up against her. They're squatted down, and it's a great video. Go back and check it at 2211. Pause it, look at it, and then watch it. Watch like the movement they do. They both do. They kind of like move together as like almost as one, but you can clearly see that it's two of them. What's up, Snoop? I see you made it in there. You guys are slowly climbing in there. That's what's up. But you definitely got to check part two out. Everybody missed. I was watching the comments hard just to see who. Am I the only one that noticed it? But no one really commented on it. Scott, he spotted the one that knocked a few times. He tracked him the whole way from like the hole that was sealed up, the second hole, all the way down to the main hole, the third hole. He tracked him the whole way. He was following me, and I didn't hear him at all. I didn't even hear him really breaking any twigs. That's the scary part of it. A dude that size, you think you would hear him, but I didn't even, I didn't hear him until that loud ass tree knock at 2155. What's that, Frog Man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in here. Real change. That was a good ass video. I mean, it was a rush because I had a feeling the whole time that there was eyes on me, and I just shrugged it off that it was just paranormal shit, and that shit was just getting to me. You know what I mean? So I just looked at it like it was that, and just kept it going. That's the only thing that kept me moving in through there because I was by myself. The feelings I'm never wrong on. When my gut tells me something about to go down, it goes down. Like the coyote, for example. Seconds before that happened, I came out the maze and I had that feeling like I even said it on camera, like something about to happen. Something ain't right. And I took maybe 4 steps and then here she come walking up on me. And that first encounter took place. It was, you know what I mean? I can, when dangers are there, I can feel it. I can sense it. I think all humans probably have that gift. I'm just really learning that I have it pretty much, learning that it's there. I see you, Nancy. What's going on? But guys, man, this month is probably one of the best months I've had, like in my lifestyle, with everything going on with me. It's probably the best month that I had in years. The month of June was just amazing. I ain't going. That at the moment, that's really about all I can say about that. But there's so many great things that happened to me this month. It's like I'm just waiting for something to go wrong. You know what I mean? Something bound to go wrong. Something bound to make a left turn. I got all this drama shit out my life. You know what I mean? And it's been great ever since. It's been like perfect. I finally fell into like a perfect life. I'm finally happy for the first time in years. It's I wake up with a smile on my face. You know what I mean? For years, I've been waking up pissed off for no reason, just mad. Like, damn, why do I have to get up? I got to deal with this shit. You know what I mean? I knew that I got to deal with the bullshit on a daily basis, and I just woke up mad, just ready for it. You know what I mean? But this month changed everything. I've been smiling, laughing a lot, joking with everybody. You know, and it's a good feeling. It's like for the first time in probably 20 years, I'm actually happy for a change, and that's like, man, that speaks volumes. Because if you knew, well, most of you guys do, because you follow me for many years. You see my kids, Money Mike, grow up from a little punk ass kid to this big ass stocky kid, this beat my ass now. So and Jeff, I mean, you guys been seeing the ins and outs of pretty much of the bullshit I've been going through, and not even just my life on that aspect, but even in the Bigfoot world, there's been a lot of bullshit that I don't even talk about that goes down in the Bigfoot world, because it's just I try to stay away from the negativity of the drama. You know what I mean? I don't really talk about the stalker that I picked up, except for recently because he got a little bit close. You know what I mean? He's making moves, so I gotta document the shit as I go along in case I mess around, come up missing, and you guys know who to look for. But other than that, I don't get into that negativity shit or you're fake or all that. I don't get into that shit. You guys know what I do. I go to the woods. Whatever happens, happens. I film whatever comes out, whether it's a fox, a baby deer, a Bigfoot, naked dude. Like that one time I was coming pulling in there, and there's a naked dude standing up on the hillside just looking at me and shit, butt ass naked in the forest. You guys remember that shit? I mean, there's so much shit that I experienced going to the forest. Every trip is a venture. You never know what the hell you're gonna see out there. I did, Bob. You're always catching me like in bed or at work on the weekends. Monday through Thursday, best time the rap, because the weekends I'm dead to the world. I work these 12-hour shifts and they kicking my ass. I just ain't used to it yet. It's hard to get used to that, but it's worth it. It's so much worth it. Right, Nancy? Um, I was thinking about that. Gene, Big Gene, me and Gene, we was talking about that. They're pushing. They're pushing. They're them fires, man. They're going. Not just Sasquatch, but all wildlife. They're coming. They're coming down. They're migrating out of there, or they're moving to safe ground. I can only imagine. And like here in Pennsylvania, for the last 2 weeks, it's been nothing but fucking. It looked like fog, but I can't even see my car out in the driveway in the mornings. Whenever I go out there, I can't see my car out in my driveway, and it ain't even 20 feet. It gets bad here sometimes with the smoke. So I can only imagine what Canada's going through, man. That's sad for that. But like Gene said, everything's migrating out of there. They're pushing, they're moving somewhere, and the only way is coming down. The numbers are jumping up there. You're gonna see shit that you ain't never seen before. Some Canadian. There's gonna be some wildlife coming down, man. There's just you never know what you're gonna see. I've been out there. I've been looking, but the only thing I really see is like deer, babies, a lot of baby deers. That's about it. I seen a couple of foxes, two foxes, a male and a female fox. It's like a little pair running with each other. I seen them yesterday. Yeah, you're right. The and Ohio is even worse. Pennsylvania is like in the 200s. Ohio is somewhere up in the 400s with the oxygen levels or whatever. Two-legged wildlife, not too many Bigfoot. I think in this area it's just the same. The ones that's been here is the same. That's always been here. You know what I mean? They're comfortable up there. They're the ones that's been there. I think a stray, you'll see him. He ain't got, he don't know the areas to hide in. He don't know the cave systems around this area. If they do come down here, so they're going to be out in the open. They're going to be moving through the forest. They ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? As like us, we lose our house. Where we gonna go? You ain't got nowhere to go. You're gonna be moving until you find something. You know what I mean? So that's something you gotta watch. And then you run into a Sasquatch that ain't got no place to go, no home. You don't know what he's liable to do. You don't know what attitude he's gonna have. You have a lot of smoking. Yeah, it's bad now. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. Today, it's like it cleared up a lot today. You're told to stay inside. Yeah, everybody pretty much. Like the first couple of days, we was told to stay inside, but I think Ohio is mandatory. That's sad, and that's coming from all the way in Canada. Could you imagine what Canada's going through? That's just crazy. That is so crazy. But like I said, guys, it's been good, man. I hope for the month of July is just as good as June, because June was perfect in southern Indiana. We're all getting it bad, man. Gene, we just talking about your crazy ass Gene. But yeah, like me and Gene was talking, they are migrating down from Canada. They're going somewhere, and we're like right there. I go up around Lake Erie, you probably run into some crazy shit. That's right, Gene. Chatterbox is here, man. What you want to talk about? Good to see you on here. Yeah, you're right. It's been raining off and on here. Same on Long Island. It's all over, man. How's a fire stretching that far, that thick? Could you imagine how bad that fire actually is? Because it's coming from Canada. It's not even in the state. The fire's not even in the state, and you would think it's in your backyard. You know what I mean? You think your backyard's on fire and shit, or the neighbor's house is on fire. It's the smoke's that bad. 147 fires, and they don't even know how to contain the shit. That's just sad, man. And I seen on that video where they all ignited all at the same time. What's going on over there? How about trying to find Bigfoot in the woods instead of the street? Do you know why? Hey, Gene, you gotta go back to the first 5 minutes of this video and do a recap, and then after you do that, go back to the part 2 and go look at a Bigfoot. I'll give you the timestamp real quick. 22:11 on part 2. He was like 20 feet from me, a female and a baby. Go check him out, man. You want to see a Bigfoot? I was surprised to see it. I ain't gonna lie to you, Gene. I was surprised as shit. That's why that it knocked at 21:55. That loud tree knock. It was trying to get me to stop, and it didn't want me to go any further. 20 more feet. I think the female would have jumped on my ass. She would have tore my ass up. She had that baby dead right beside her, up against her knee, and you can see him like moving around the tree. Just check it out. You'll see it. There's more than just her there, but the one on the left is harder to spot than the one that's standing out in the open. So just look at 20. It starts at 22:11, and just look at it. Let it play. You'll see the movement that she's doing. But I said that already. Good to see you guys. I missed these last couple of weeks, man, because I don't know what to do with this Friday Night Live. I work 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. I get home at 6. I got 60 minutes to get everything ready. I might have to push it to like 8 o'clock. Start doing it at 8 o'clock to where I know I won't miss it. Most of the places I go to, that's except for with the exception of Bigfoot Land, but Bigfoot Land is connected to Betty Knox down in the bottom, which is Dunbar Creek, and every year Dunbar Creek is stocked. Dunbar Creek is a catch and release. They stock it all year long with trout, but you can't take nothing out of it. You can fish, but you can't take nothing out of it. It's for them to come down from Bigfoot Land, eat the mussels, fresh mussels and trout out of whatever out of that creek. Then they go back up into Bigfoot Land. That's my theory. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but that's what I almost know that's what's going on. I kind of put that together myself. And another theory I got, like on hunting, why are we only allowed to hunt like them 3 months that Bigfoot ain't active out there? The 3 months that they go dormant or wherever they go, them are the months that you're allowed to go small game, then it goes up to the bigger game, and then it's done in like December, almost going into January or whatever. What about all the other months when Bigfoot's on the move? You know what I mean? In the mating season and shit. Why ain't you allowed to? I mean, it makes you wonder what's going on with that. Right, Frog, man. That's what I'm thinking about doing it about 8 o'clock, just so I can be right. I ain't even really have. These are my notes. There, I had 2 timestamps. Them are my notes for Friday night. I ain't even had time to get my head together. Do not, you know what I mean? I came home. I had to run and pay my landlord rent and make it back here by 7, and that's just pushing it. I was actually 8 minutes late. You know what I mean? Getting here, I had to run in, hurry up, and get it going. Shit's crazy. But that's what I think I'm going to do from here on out with the Friday Night Live pushing back to 8. Pushing back to 8. I'm just catching up on your comments real quick, guys. Make sure I didn't miss nothing, because Jean likes to cuss me out. And my mom, where's my mom at? Matter of fact, she usually on here. There she is. Annette is in the house. What's going on? Bigfoot and coffee on Sunday mornings. Nah, because I got to work 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's my 40 hours there. Well, it's 36, but they add the 40 on to make the 40, which is a great job. What job does that? Give you extra 4 hours to make your 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? I got a good job. I'll be union in 2 more weeks. I've been blessed. I see my paycheck. I said, oh shit, I'm retiring from here. I did this in a weekend. Come on, man. Let's do it. I was so happy, man. Shit. You guys see, you know me. You know I'm happy as can be. Other than Jean about to cuss me out. That my mom. See what I mean? You see where I get the attitude from? Somebody say something like half-ass cocky on here, I'm quick to go at them. You see where I get it from right there. My mom is like that short fuse, and I ain't really short fuse. I just don't take shit. Like my mom, she ain't never take shit from nobody, and you do me wrong, I'm gonna do you wrong right back. That's where I get it from right there. Like, that's funny. That just reminded me that's where I got that shit from. I noticed at work, somebody tried to talk to me sideways like they're above me or they know more than me. Come on, man. You're something my intelligence for one. I'll show you how this shit's run for two. But at the same time, I can't do that because I'm new. I hear you, Gene. I'm not sure I understand it, but I hear you. I definitely hear you. And I see that shit. Yeah, all right, mom. I ain't, everything's good. Everything's good. Everybody crabby. It must be in the smoke. Everybody crabby today. I'm good. I'm happy. Let's be happy. Everybody happy. Yesterday I woke up with a damn cold sore on my lip, and I still ain't let that shit bother me. I'm still happy as shit. I'm doing good. Doing good, man. Mm. I thought that's what you was talking about, Gene. You was getting to it. That's what's up. I'll be happy. Hey, that's all we can do, man. Cause you ain't never promised tomorrow at all. Nobody promised tomorrow. So let's be happy for the moment, if that makes sense. I know I'm rambling, but that's just how I feel. That's what's on my mind. Everybody should be happy. If you ain't, you should make some changes in your life. You know what I mean? No smoke in Florida. That's cool. Oh, I hear you, Frank, man. I got it. You know what, Dwayne? If that's how you pronounce it, I know I just hacked your name up, but Sheila's World. We was just talking to Sheila 2 days ago, 3 days ago about that, and I did a Sheila's update a little while ago. Well, I did. That's been on my mind. I was showing somebody the video um, when me and Kyle was out on the boat and the Bigfoot tried to sink the boat with a big boulder. He threw it out and like missed the boat by a foot, and that turned Kyle, Jeff's Can's Jeff's girlfriend Can's brother into a believer. He was the whole trip out there. He's talking shit. You're crazy. There ain't no Bigfoot out here. Just take this trip with us, man. Before you come home, you'll know that there's something going on in these woods. Well, me and him went out on the boat about 12:30 at night, going downstream, spotting the banks, see what we could see and shit. And for some odd reason, we ended up going on the other side, walking around. As soon as we get out of the boat and started going up between these, I don't even know what these bushes were called, but we was going in between them. And next thing you know, you hear this boulder go out. Shh. He's talking about get the F in the boat. I get in the boat and he grabs the rope to the front of the boat and takes off out into the creek running with me in the boat. Like he was that scared. He didn't even get in the boat. I had a motor and everything. I could just start it up and go. But he decided to pull me up this damn creek with a boat, man, running. That that turned. He was a believer after that day. We was lost. That was a definitely experience. And now that it's like coming up on July, August, where it's hot, and that's around the same time that we were there last time when it was highly active. We've been planning on going back down in there. Like all of us have one big reunion. Me, Jeff, Mike, Fred, all of us go down in there. Sheila, and do an overnighter down in there. I'm losing my voice. It's been 40 minutes. That's how much I ain't talked in a while like this. You figure it's been about 2 Friday Night Lives I missed, and I already lost my voice. But yeah, definitely, I've been thinking about Sheila's World, man, a lot, a lot. But it'll be after like the holidays and shit, 4th of July and all that. It might not even be until August when it's. I know that it'll be warm all night long. I ain't trying to go out there. I ain't trying to freeze. That freezing shit for the birds, man. The last trip out there, I thought I was going to die. I woke up and my limbs was numb. It was so cold, I couldn't even lift my arm up. It was the weirdest feeling. I was like borderline hypothermia and shit. That was some scary shit. It was nuts. Gene, didn't we just talk about the cold sore, man? And I'm still happy. You should be happy, man. That's probably why I'm licking my lips because this shit's annoying as F. I did, Gene, man. Gene always busting my bubble. You see that shit? And he still ain't bring me down. I'm still happy, Gene. I'm still freaking happy, man. Nothing you can do right now can piss me off because I'm in a good ass mood. And I just worked 12. You know what? When you know you can go to work, I'm excited to go to work. I work with my son, and we have fun out there. It's a good ass job. I ain't never had a job to where I was happy to go to work. It's like any other job. I had to force myself. It's like going to school. Like here we go again, man. Here goes another 10 hours. Let's just get it over with. You had to force yourself, but this job, man, it's all right. I'm happy to go. I need to talk to them guys more. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I do, but I don't really know when they're around. You know what I mean? When I do know they're around, I talk to them. I definitely do. When they're close, when I know they're there, I bullshit with them. I try to talk to them while I'm backing away from them, because you get too close, they don't like that shit. We had a couple of close encounters. Hey Gene, it's a cold sore, man. We just talked about that shit like 3 times now. I woke up with a cold sore on my lip right here, and it's annoying as no, yeah, it's right here, and it's annoying as f. That's why I keep doing that. Now, can we move on with it? Thank you very much, G. It's just a damn cold sore, man. I see you, Martha. What's going on? Welcome to the Bigfoot world, man. But anyways, that guys definitely check out that part 2. Go back. I know even if you did watch it, go back and check them timestamps and look what I see, man. Slow it down, play it regular. Either way, you can see him right there, 20 feet in front of me. There's something else I wanted to tell you guys about. I just can't remember. It must have been a damn lie. Forbes State Forest. Forbes State Forest is coming up soon too. Yeah, that's coming real soon. Like this week soon. Now the next series is probably not going to be Forbes State Forest. I think it's definitely not. I had to think because I got a couple of videos that got to come out yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be going back up there and checking on the cave, the bone cave. You remember I left the trail mix, the big gigantic bag of trail mix and the apple. I went back up there and checked on that. You guys have to watch the video, see what happened on that, because it's crazy on that one going down in there. Actually, it ain't so much going down in there; it was coming back up out of there. There's a few things that happened that you guys will get a kick out of. Just don't laugh at me too much. But at least scream at least once a video. If you ain't noticed, something gets me off guard at least once every video. If it ain't a damn turkey, it's a baby deer jumping out on me, or who knows, man. There's squirrels jump out of trees down on me and shit. It's like they got a vendetta on me. Some of them. Them animals get frisky sometimes, man. I think a ninja frog tried to jump me one time while I'm thinking about it. They was cracking up. It was nighttime. We was up Jamalville, right? At like after midnight doing this paranormal shit with the spirit box and all that up in this. It's like Gettysburg. It's the same war from Gettysburg went through there. It's through the same era type shit. But we're up here with these good spirit boxes. Jeff, Mike, like all of us was up there, and we're sitting there. Jeff's talking to them because they wouldn't answer none of us. Like we would talk to the spirit box and get no reply, and Jeff he started asking questions, and Jamalville himself, well, he like they was having a full conversation. Jeff asked the dude like, I heard George Washington. Do you know was here? Do you know him? And his reply was, yeah, he killed me. And he said, did he kill you up here at the cross? And the spirit said, no, down at the church. And the church is like the only original building that's left out of the whole camp. You know what I mean? It was weird. It was a crazy experience. But that ain't why I started telling you the story. I started to tell you a story because coming out of there after doing all that ghost shit, I'm walking like down this trail to come back down to the parking lot, and this gigantic, it's black. I can't see much of shit. I'm got the flashlight, and this gigantic toad come out and jump and smack me in my leg. You know what I mean? And I scream, I freak. The girl that was with me, it was bad, man. Everybody, I'm still paying for that shit to this day, talking about this frog kicked my ass out in the woods because I ran pretty much all the way back to the car. I left the girl, Mike, I left all of them there and was gone. And it's like that's the thing now. Watch out for that ninja frog. Everywhere we go, it'd be broad daylight and he's still talking shit. He run a little faster than a wolf. I have had experience with a black bear, and like a few black bears, they've always pushed away from me. They never ever came at me. Now, I'm not saying that's never going to happen because it can, and it can, but all the experiences I've had with black bears, they've ran away from me. They was they just took off. They didn't want no parts of me. Now that's what scared me. Every animal that I've ever encountered, no matter what it was, even a black panther, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I ran into a black panther. He was running from me. He took off. He didn't want no parts of me. And then to have that damn coyote, wolf, whatever it was, crossbreed, look at me, come up on me, and then come around and like come at me. I never had that. That dude was coming after me, and he wasn't playing no games. He looking at my eyes and everything. He was coming to attack me. And if I didn't have that little can of mace, he probably would have torn my ass up. You know what I mean? That's really, I feel deep down that's the only thing to save my ass was a little tiny can of mace. I got to spraying twice when he was coming up the log on me. I was so terrified. Man, that was scary as shit to have that dog come at me like a wild animal, and they would just, man, he would tear me limb for limb. There's no judging on, there's no comparison on that. That's a fight. I mean, I would have fought the shit out of him. Don't get it wrong. I would have been sticking and moving, but at the same time, chances are he would have got me. He would have tore my ass up. There ain't no doubt about it. And there was a baby there. That's pretty much what the shit was over, was that baby. Have you ever tried? Yeah, I see. I know what you're talking about. And I tried it. And I listen, when it comes to the apps, I don't trust them because I listen to a lot of paranormal channels. Oh my gosh, Yasko. They both use the same app. That app you're talking about. They both use the same app. Oh my gosh, posted up that video, that paranormal video with him in the hospital, and the app started freaking out, like saying random shit. Start doing alphabet numbers, cuss words, different shit. You know what I mean? And I never heard it do that before. Like maybe this place is haunted, is AF. And then like 2 days later, Yaska posted a video of him being in a haunted spot using the same app, and the app recited the same exact rambling shit that Omar's app was rambling about. You know what I mean? The same numbers, letters, the cuss words, all that verbatim pretty much said, I don't trust that shit. I don't trust the app itself. Now the spirit box, that's hard. That's hard not to believe it. When like if you go out there and you use it and you can hear it, it's changing through channels, it's static. And then all of a sudden this dude started talking to you. Where's that shit coming from? You know, that's that's a little different there. That's and he's answering the question that you're asking is what freaking me out. What freaked me out that night. It's like everything Jeff asked him, he was answering him. That's crazy. Yeah, hey, I just don't believe it. I mean, I don't really believe it. I seen too many videos with that app, and it's like the same format. Everything was came out the same, pretty much. They all had the same outcome with it. Try using a spirit box, like the regular static actual spirit box. Actually, I'll let you use mine if you want to use it. It it works great. It's scary. I used it at Jamalville, and that was it. I hung it up. I didn't want to really mess with it by myself, anyways. And if you guys don't know, I do have a paranormal channel. There's not many videos on there, but there's a couple. It's called Jeff's Real World. I'm glad it works for you, Mom. That's what's up. I never really used it. I can't say it don't work. It's just what I've seen on the videos with other YouTubers. It felt like it was the same. They were saying the same format of the same thing. Everybody's like was getting the same reply back, if that makes sense. Get a mercy flare gun. I'm good, Gene. I took y'all's advice. I took y'all's advice. I ain't having that encounter again. That's never gonna happen again. I promise you. That's never gonna happen again. When I go to the woods, that's going with me. I promise you that will not happen again. It's fake. Yep, it's fake. Watch the next encounter and see how fake that shit is. Next thing running up on me like that is not gonna run away. He run away, but he ain't gonna run away happy. That's strictly for my protection only. That's it. And that's not the only thing, man. I be running into some weird shit. Like that Brokeback Mountain shit that the last over it wasn't even overnight challenge. The last night trip out to Bigfoot land. You seen that shit happen? Dudes talking about, I'm gonna kill you. Who are you? Stop chasing us through the damn woods. I mean, we run into some nutball shit out there. These people are going crazy in this world, man. I don't know if it's in the water, the milk, the drugs, but the world's different. The people's different. Real different. Just saw I'm on, Rich. Good to see you come here, man. They run a little faster than the wolf. I don't know if black bears or wolves are faster. I don't even want to run. Either a human ain't outrunning either one of them, so it don't even matter. I seen that one video that it was. I think it was in China or some shit. That dude was on the mountain, and that black bear was chasing him, and he come down off the side of the mountain and tried to stop. Oh, look at Jeff. But that dude was coming. He ran down off the side of the mountain and tried to stop. And the black bear passed him up and came back up at him, and he kept kicking the black bear. And that black bear wanted his ass. He wanted him bad. Shit was crazy, man. That was on. I think it was on TikTok. I can have a crossbow. I ain't trying to go out there and kill nothing. I'm just trying to make sure my ass is covered. As my mom would say, watch your ass. I gotta watch my ass out there, man. I ain't trying to have that shit happen again. That dog had me. Whether it was a coyote, wolf, he had me. There was nothing. I was so vulnerable out there, man. I ain't. I don't never want to feel like that again. To where my life, I'm looking in this dog's eyes, and I knew that he was coming for me. The walk, he was coming around. He's making them sounds. I knew he was coming after me. He was going to get me. You know what I mean? I had to make a move. I had to do something, and I didn't have too many options to reach for. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be in that predicament again. And I'm not going to stop going to the woods because of stupid shit like that. That shit happens every day. I can't run from it. I just gotta protect myself better for when shit does happen like that. If that makes sense. But guys, with that being said, I'm not going to keep forcing my voice anymore, man. I do want to start keeping on with the Friday Night Lives, so I'm going to probably push it to 8 o'clock just to make sure I'm on time. I'm going to work on better material for Eugene. I'm going to be looking for some Bigfoot instead of some structures. You know, I've been doing that from Jump Street. If you ain't noticed. Watch his ass. I know it. Since the day I was born, you told me that. But with that being said, guys, love the ones you're with. Stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, guys, because I'm not going nowhere. I enjoy spending time with you guys. I enjoy going to the forest, doing what I do. I'll always be here. My voice might not be, but I will be. Stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, guys. I'm getting out of here. Good night, everyone.